Assalamualaikum and good evening. We are from Group 1. So this is topic 1. This is our group members, Ahmad Azkari bin Azwan. This is myself, Zatul Rahman bin Ramli, and Fetisha Jalawai and David. So this is the station. Registered competent electric wireman installed an electric wiring for 113 ampere circuit outbound socket with 4 millimeters square cable with value 16 ampere level of overcurrent protection in a shop house with single phase supply entry. He also used cable with single insulated PVC without use PVC pipe conduit or GI pipe conduit on a wall. Does the electric wireman make a mistake? If there is an error, please recommend a correct method and explain any relevant electrical regulation related. So this is introduction. Wireman is a registered competent person, also known as a electrician or electrical technician, is a skilled professional who specializes in the installation, maintenance, and repair of electrical systems and equipment. Wireman job involves working with various types of wiring, cables, and electrical components to ensure that electrical systems function safely and efficiently. So the first mistake of the specification is 13 ampere circuits radial socket with a 4 millimeters square cable size. So the correct method is the radial circuit of 13 ampere socket outlet cable size must be 22.5 millimeters square. 4 millimeters square is for single circuit from DB to the socket outlet. 15 ampere or 20 ampere for air conditioner for 2 HP and above, or 20 ampere for water heater depending on the loads. So the relevant ethical regulation, cable sizing for 13 ampere socket outlets for general purpose 13 ampere socket outlet which are commonly used for household appliance. A cable size of 35 millimeters square is often recommended. This cable is suitable for handling an expected load and ensuring proper electrical connectivity. It is important to check the specific electrical code in area to verify that recommended cable size for 30 ampere socket outlets. The second one is larger cable size for higher loads. When dealing with specific high load appliances such as air conditioner, 2.0 horsepower and above, or water heaters, the electrical code may require larger cable. For example, a 4 mm cable size might be specific for single circuit from the distribution board to a socket outlet dedicated to an air conditioner with 15 ampere rating or water heater with a 20 ampere rating. These larger cables size are necessary to accommodate the higher current demands of such appliance and ensure safe operations. The last one is voltage drop considerations. Ethical codes often include guidelines on voltage drop, limits to maintain proper electrical performance. Voltage drop refers to the decrease in voltage that occurs as current flow through a conductor, in this case the cable. So to minimize voltage drop, larger cable size may be recommended for longer cable or runs or circuit with higher current demand. Okay, next.
MCB rating 16 ampere, level of overcurrent protection in a shop house, one phase supply. So the correct method is the rating of the miniature circuit breaker MCB used in radical circuit depends on the several factors, including the expected load and the type of wiring used. In this case, the standard current rating for MCB is 20 ampere for radial circuit and two maximums of 13 ampere socket outlet. For the relevant electrical regulations, there are three. First one is maximum circuit rating. Electrical regulation typically specify the maximum circuit rating allow for various types of circuit, including radial circuit. The maximum circuit rating determines the maximum load that can be safely supplied through the circuit. So for the example, in Malaysia, the maximum circuit rating for radial circuit is specified, and it is important to ensure that the MCB rating used complies with these requirements. For MCB ratings, the regulation may specify the recommended or mandatory MCB ratings for different type of circuit, including radial circuit. The MCB rating determines the maximum current carrying capacity of the circuit and provide overcurrent protection. For example, in Malaysia, the standard current rating for MCBs used in radial circuit is often 20 ampere. However, it is essential to consult the specific regulations or standards application in Malaysia for accurate information on MCB rating. And the next one is socket outlet ratings. Electrical regulation may also provide guidelines on the maximum rating for socket outlet in radial circuit. For example, it is mandatory that two maximum of 13 ampere socket outlet are allowed. This means that the socket outlet in the radial circuit should not exceed a rating of 13 ampere to ensure safe operations. So in Malaysia, we have electrical installation and wiring and governed by the Electricity Supply Act 1990 and the Electricity Regulation 1994. These regulations outline the requirement for electrical installations, including radial circuit, to ensure safety and compliance. So next, for the next mistakes of specifications, he used cable with single insulated PVC without use PVC pipe conduit or GI pipe conduit on a wall. For the correct method is, it should be concealing wiring in the wall requires careful planning and obedience to electrical codes and safety guidelines. Any installation that concealed in the wall must be covered by PVC pipe insulator or GI pipe conduit. So this is the relevant electrical regulations use of conduits. According to the regulations, electrical wiring concealed within walls must be protected using suitable conduit. The commonly used types of conduits in Malaysia are PVC and GI. So, for example, PVC conduits are commonly used for domestic installation, while GI pipes are used for larger installation or commercial purpose. For conduit material and size, the conduit used must be made of appropriate materials such as PVC or GI pipes that can provide adequate protection to the wiring. So, for example, the size of the conduit should be determined based on the number and size of the cables to be installed within it, ensuring the space for future addition or modifications. So for the next one is covering and protection. The concealed wiring within the conduit should be adequately protected from physical damage. The regulation may specify the use of additional protective measures, such as insulating brushing or garments at the entry and exit points of the conduit to prevent the wires from rubbing against the edges and causing insulation damage. In Malaysia, electrical installations regulated by Energy Commission Suruhanjaya Tenaga under the Electricity Supply Act 1990 and the Electricity Regulation 1994. The regulation provide guidelines for concealing wiring in walls and specify the use of appropriate conduit or insulating material.
Will explain on the safety and legal. In Malaysia, the installation of electric wiring for single-phase systems should be performed by registered and competent electric wiremen. This requirement is in accordance with the Electricity Regulation 1994 and the Energy Commission Act 2001. Here are some key points regarding safety and legality related to the installation of electric wiring by registered competent electric wiremen in Malaysia. The first one, registered competency. Electric wiremen are required to be registered with the Energy Commission of Malaysia. This registration ensures that they have the necessary skills, knowledge, and experience to carry out electrical installation safely and in compliance with regulations. The second one is compliance with standards. Electric wiremen must adhere to recognized standards and guidelines for electrical installations in Malaysia, such as Malaysia's Standards MS 1979 and MS-IEC series. These standards cover various aspects of electrical installations, including wiring, equipment, safety, measures, and maintenance. The third one is compliance with regulations. This means electric wiremen must follow the regulations outlined in the Electricity Regulations 1994 and other relevant laws. These regulations cover areas such as electrical supply, wiring standards, equipment safety, and licensing requirements. And then next is safety precautions. Electric wiremen are responsible for implementing proper safety precautions during the installation process. These include measures such as using personal protective equipment, PPE, ensuring proper grounding and earthing, and following safe work practice to prevent electrical accidents, shocks, or fire. Inspection and testing. After completing an electrical installation, electric wiremen may be required to conduct inspection and testing procedures. This ensures that the installation is functioning properly and complies with safety standards. In Malaysia, inspections may be carried out by government authorities or energy utility companies. And lastly, certification and documentation. Upon completion of an electrical installation, registered electric wiremen should provide certification and documentation to the relevant authorities and the property owner. This documentation includes test reports, compliance certificates, and other relevant records to verify that the installation meets safety and regulatory requirements. For technology approach, electrical testing equipment. Advanced electrical testing equipment such as digital multimeters and cable analyzers can assist electric wiremen in quickly and accurately assessing the quality of electrical connections, verifying proper installation, and ensuring compliance with safety standards. These tools provide valuable information during installation process and help troubleshoot any issues. In conclusion, when it comes to wiring installation, safety and legality are paramount. By following safety guidelines and legal requirements, ensures the well-being of individuals and maintain compliance with regulations. Also, prioritizing property, but also prioritizing safety and legal compliance in wiring installation not only protects individuals and property, but also ensures that electrical system operate reliable and minimize the risk of electrical hazards. It is essential to consult with registered professionals and adhere to local regulations and standards to ensure a safe and legally compliant wiring installation. That is all from us.